Hey there YouTube, Franz Hopper here. It is Friday, April 22nd, Earth Day and Good Friday, and I've got an unboxing video for you today. What I've got here is a Square credit card reader in retail packaging. I just bought this from the Apple retail store on Walnut Street here in Philadelphia. If you don't know what this is, it's what it looks like. It's a credit card reader that you can pop into any mobile device. I know there's an iPhone pictured on it, but for your Android people, it works on there as well. Rather than give you the whole marketing spiel, if you want to know more about Square and their program and what this thing does, go to squareup.com. That's SQUAREUP.com. So the deal with this is Apple is now carrying these both on the Apple online store and in select Apple retail stores. If you want to get one of these suckers in a retail store, I suggest you call your local Apple store first. These just went out this week, so I know Walnut Street didn't get them until today or later in the week. They didn't have them on Monday. But yeah, this is what the boxing looks like. If you got one of these when this first started, it just came in an envelope, and it didn't look at all like this, so this is a huge step up. They've really come a long way. So there's nothing on the top. There's more of that hand on the side. Here's a barcode reader. This is the white one. Unfortunately, Walnut Street did not have the black one, which I was hoping to get, but oh well. And for use only with a valid U.S. bank account. The reason that is because you do have to give them some of your bank account information. Not all of it, just some basic stuff like your routing number. You can find out what you have to give them exactly on the website. Designed by in San Francisco, assembled in China. So yeah, what's interesting about these is they cost $9.95 before sales tax. So when you sign up, you get a voucher in here that'll give you the $10 back. As you can see, here's the label from Apple for $9.95. And so with sales tax here in Philly, this actually came out to $10.75, so I lose like 75 cents, but oh well. So this is the back. Yeah, with Square, you just download the app from the App Store, you plug in your reader, you do some account setup, and then you can start taking credit cards after they approve you. You can take cash immediately. What's really great about this is the fees. They just recently changed them. Excuse me, I've got like a runny nose from allergies today. If you swipe the card, it's just a 2.75% transaction fee. If you don't swipe the card through and you punch it in manually, the fee is a little bit higher, plus you get, I think it's like a 15-cent charge. Again, details on their website. And yeah, it's a really cool app. You can take a Visa card, Discover, and there's MasterCard back there as well. So let me see if I can open this up for you, one-handed. Oh wow, look at that. Huh, that's cool. It's actually just a magnet, which is really easy, so if it stops, closes on me. There indeed is the website for Square if you want to find out more. So you open it up, and wow, this looks a lot better than it did when I got my first generation one. It didn't look like this at all. It was a styrofoam thing. So this has really come a long way. So here's a picture of what the app looks like on an iPhone. On like an iPod Touch, it looks pretty similar. For an Android phone, it'll probably look similar as well. On iPad, it's a little bit different. I've got mine here with me, so I'll show you what it looks like in a bit. So this is the reader. It's incredibly small, but it works, and it actually works really well. I've never had a problem with it. And it just plugs into the headphone microphone jack of your device. So, little tab here, pull up, and fight with this one-handed. There we go, let's take that out. So, let's see if I can get this out with one hand or not. There we go, that'll work. Oh, I guess it was slightly taped down a bit. Yep, whoops. Huh. Alright, so is a little card to get your money back to an extent. So step, download the app if you don't already have it. I do, create an account, already got that. Plug in your reader and apparently you get paid. Well, I don't think with this code. The code, of course, is blocked by the reader. You just punch it into the website that's listed there to get it. Let me see if there's like anything back here. Nope. So if you don't buy this from the retail store, I don't know if they'll still do this if you sign up through their website. They used to give you a sticker that said pay with Square. So let's set that off to the side. So if you've seen a first gen one, this is a bit different. This is like the second generation one. It's actually quite a bit smaller. One interesting thing here is you can now put in a little like wrist strap if you want. It's like you can carry it around on your wrist. So very simple. The reader part's there. It used to be the Square logo was on both sides, but no more. In this one, the jack is shrunk down slightly to solve some problems they had with, I believe, the iPhone 4. So, since I've got my iPad here, I'll plug it in, show you what it looks like in just a second. So, yeah, again, if you don't have the app ready, just go to the App Store, search for Square to download and install it. I already have it. That's what the icon looks like for right there, just like your reader. And so, if you already have an account and everything, this is what it looks like. It's pretty simple. It's your name or the company name, whatever you have registered with Square. There's a button here that says account. If you tap that, it'll bring up a couple options. Like here's my last couple payments, all of which were cash. One of the things you can do with the iPad app is like if there's an item that happens a lot, or you sell a lot or whatever, you can add it and it shows up in a little shelf, so you can just tap it for future reference rather than having to add in the account every time. You also have tax and tips, so you could do sales tax and tipping by percentage or amount. So there's my user account. You can sign out and switch it. And of course, since they want people to share the word about this, you can send this to friends by email, or if you have an iPhone, there's a send via text as well. Support is absolutely fantastic. You can go through the online support on the forum, or you can just hit them up on Twitter, and they usually reply within about 48 hours, unless it's a weekend, of course. So the way it works is you'd punch in the amount, and it would show up on here. And then, like I said, you can also predefine things. So there's like my shelf. I've only got one thing in there so far. So I'll plug this in. So the iPad has the jack up here. So if I can squeeze that in without looking, because there's a little icon that comes up on the screen once this is plugged in. Yep, I will have to lift this up a little bit. Oh, come on. There we go. So when you pop it in, and if it's in right, there's a little icon. So now it's connected. And now if you had a card, you just swipe it through. Oop. I tapped it, so it actually thought I swiped. But if I can get it to do that again, yeah, see, like if you do go too quick, it'll tell you swipe again. When you swipe a card, it'll say what kind of card it is down here, and the last 4 numbers as well. So, yep, that's really it. It's a really neat little device. If you plug it out, or take it out rather, get the little icon with it disconnected. So yeah, it's really cool. If you want one of these, you can go to your local Apple retail store, or the Apple online store to get one through Apple. Or if you go to squareup.com, sign up, give them your mailing address, and they will actually mail you one. Alright, so actually as a little amendum to my unboxing video, I want to show you 2 things about this. I have here a card that I don't care about because the funds on this have expired already. I've already used them. So I'll show you what it looks like if you do get a card to go through, and also what happens if you swipe a card that's not actually a credit card. So I've got my Starbucks Gold card here, and if I can manage to do this, let me see if I can do this one-handed. Nope, this is going to be a little bit tough. There we go. So as you can see, it knows that this isn't a credit card because it says expired card. Let me see if I can get that one more time. Come on. There you go. So that's what happens if you have an expired card. So that was my Starbucks Gold card, so it knows that is no good. So let me show you now what happens when I take an actual credit card. This was one that I got as a rebate for Monitor from Asus. Even though I did just cover the number, the funds on this have already been used up, so I really don't care anyway. So if I can get this to go through, the little square icon down there will change to a Visa icon with the last 4 numbers of my card. After you do this enough times, you do get used to it. So there we go. So as you can see, it knows that this is indeed a Visa, and indeed the last 4 digits. So even though this won't go through, let me show you what would happen if you were to actually ring someone up. So I'll just put in $1 and I push add. So charge is now $1. Tap charge. This will probably actually deny since there's no funds on here. Yep, so in fact decline, so that's fine. It was supposed to decline, so I'm glad it did. So, yep, just a little bit of the things that you can do, and if you want to clear out the card, just tap clear. If I could tap it, and now it's back to the square icon, so you're good to go to swipe the card that actually works. So there is actually one last thing that I do want to show as well. When you plug this in, not only do you get the little pop-up icon, or screen, but down here, as you can see, there is no square icon right now. That's because I actually took the reader out. When you pop it in, you get a little spinning icon while it waits to connect up to Square's server, and then it appears. If you pop the reader out, it simply goes away. So that's something I didn't know about, actually, because this is really the first time that I've actually bothered to play around with one of these for more than 5 minutes, and also on a device that it worked on. That being said, one device that I know that this does not work on is if you have a first generation iPod Touch. This will not work for you because the way this interfaces with your device is, or at least on the iOS devices, is since the jack on this is both a headphone and microphone jack, it sends the data over the microphone connection. I don't really know the technical aspects of it, but it's really cool. The other thing I do want to point out is the fat end here is where the reader is, so if you try to swipe a card with the barcode facing you, it's not going to work. You're going to have to turn around and swipe the other way. So some tips with how to swipe a card is you do have to swipe pretty quickly, and you also want to make sure this is stable, because if you kind of like jiggle as you're swiping, it won't go through. It'll complain probably to swipe faster. And yeah, that's the other thing, is if you just tap it, it'll also complain at you to swipe quicker, because the moment that the reader in here detects like any sort of force, it thinks you're trying to swipe a card. So yeah, that's really it. As for like the intended users for this, really anybody. You can be a business, or you can just be a regular user, like I am. The reason I got this is because I do some business like on the side. So this is really great to have for payments when they don't have like cash or check. Yeah, it's a really cool device. I definitely encourage you to check it out if you've never seen it. So that's really it this time.